Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Music Den. I am your host, Armando Venditti. Hoping you guys are having a good Friday. In this episode of Music Den, I'm going to be doing another installment of Album Spotlight. This is an album from a member of an iconic Canadian trio. The artist is Geddy Lee, and the album is My Favorite Headache. Now, My Favorite Headache was released on November 14th, 2000, through Anthem Entertainment in Canada and through Atlantic Records and the rest of the world. Produced by Geddy Lee, Ben Mink, and David Leonard. Now, Ben Mink is a Canadian artist in Toronto, multi-instrumentalist, violinist, guitarist, string arranger. Has worked with Rush previously on the album Signals. Has also worked with other bands such as FM, Canadian progressive rock band. Also worked with Heart in the past. This album was recorded at a time when Rush were on indefinite hiatus due to the fact that Neil Peart had lost his wife and daughter in separate instances. So he needed to take a break. So Geddy Lee had time on his hands, so he wanted to write some songs and record an album. Unlike Alex Lifeson's project Victor, which was released in '96, again through Anthem and Atlantic Records. My Favorite Headache is more of a straightforward rock album, whereas Victor was more hard rock, experimental, alt rock. Can never say that phrase. And again, just much more aggressive. This album, My Favorite Headache, is much more thoughtful, much more introspective in terms of the lyrical content. The album clocks in at 48 minutes plus. The only two main musicians on the album are Geddy Lee and Ben Mink. Geddy Lee does bass, guitar, keyboards, piano, programming. And Ben Mink does violin, viola, programming, string ensembles, guitars. Drums are performed by Matt Cameron from Soundgarden, and most recently Pearl Jam, all except one track, Home on the Strange, which features Jeremy Taggart of Our Lady Peace on drums. The album is very introspective with songs like the title track. It's a very thoughtful album. It's a very telling album in terms of someone who has reached a point in his life and they're thinking, have I done all I can do? Can I be a better person? Can I do more than what I've done? And can I give more to the people around me? With songs like, again, the title track, the present tense, which basically is talking about forget what happened in the past, forget what's going to happen possibly tomorrow, try and live in the now and deal with it in front of you. Other tracks of note are A Window to the World, working at Perfect. Again, working at Perfect. It's talking about always trying to become a better person, trying to do better for the people around you and trying to do better for yourself. And again, but at the same time, trying to forgive yourself for not being perfect. We all slip. We all make mistakes, right? Other tracks of note are Runaway Train, the Angel Share, which is beautiful. There's use of strings on this album, string ensembles, cellos, just beautiful, very poignant pieces of music on this, and very poignant arrangements. Again, to me, it seems like Geddy Lee at this point in his life, he was, oh my God, how old would he have been at that time? He would have been just approaching 60, late 50s. And he's looking back on his life and he's thinking, like, you know, I've accomplished so much, but is it enough? You know? Other tracks of note are Moving to Bohemia, which provides a more of a Middle Eastern type of arrangement in terms of string strings. Just great, fantastic. Home on the Strange is the one track, again, provided with drums provided by Jeremy Taggart from Our Lady Peace. And that is the most Canadian-oriented track on the album, you know, using references to Canada and stuff. But a bit of a quirky track, but good nonetheless. Track 9 is a track called Slipping. And this is where Geddy Lee is basically saying, he's basically saying to, I would imagine, his wife, to his friends, I've made mistakes. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I've slipped. I failed you in the worst way that I could possibly think of. I am very sorry for what I've done. Please forgive me. And can we try again? Other tracks of note are Still, which is track number 10. And the last track, Grace to Grace, which for me, it means, the lyrics mean that we haven't gotten there yet. We're trying to achieve what we feel is our little piece of perfection in life, our little piece of nirvana for ourselves, not for the people around us, not for what people think that we should have, but for ourselves. And going from moment to moment and trying to make each moment count. Hence the title, Grace to Grace. Trying to make each moment count and make each moment for us last as long as it can. Our little piece of perfection, our little corner of heaven for us, you know, and always trying to achieve that, you know. So yeah, that's the album. It's not a heavy album. It's not a heavy rocking Rush type of album. It's not that he stepped out of his comfort zone, Geddy Lee, with this release, but he's in a very much a reflective frame of mind at this time in his life. And I do believe that the tragedies suffered by Neil Peart, losing his wife and daughter, did influence this album quite heavily. That's just my personal opinion. You can stream this album on YouTube. You can get it on Discogs. If you want to get it on Amazon, you're going to be paying a pretty penny. It's like $134 used. So you know what, guys? Stream it. If you already have it, you know what I'm talking about in terms of the album. It's a great album. Please listen to it. Let me know what you think in the comments down there, down below. So I am Armando Venditti signing off for now, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye for now.